Okay, so we have a video here, or start a video. This might be a long, I don't know. It's depending on how I decide to make this, but we might go in full detail or just general idea of how to really get a lot of experience. But I'm start with a couple of disclaimers at the beginning here if you're watching this. Just to want to make sure that this video could be completely useless once the dawning finishes. The dawning right now, which right now, right in the middle, is 3 weeks of dawning. I'm a week and a half through right now. The dawning gives double experience bounties, and that is pretty much the best thing to do right now, is do those dawning bounties, because you get so much experience. Even the weekly gives you about 50% experience, like 50k experience. Of course, there's a couple, I'll explain a little bit more about that. But like I said, if you watch this after the dawning, you're not gonna see the same amount of XP you would get from watching this video. We're almost level 100, but you will get it at the end of this video, obviously. But as you can tell, the other thing is, yes, those bounties give a lot of experience. We also got to remember that the further you're along the season of dawn or the season pass, you get small XP boosts as well. So not all the time. So right now we're at 32% XP boost. You get also, if you're premium track, you get 20% as well at the beginning of the season if you have the season pass premium track. But other than that, we're playing on our Titan right now, and so this, I guess, guide or just whatever video here, what it really means is that we play on 3 characters. And so we do all the daily bounties for the day, all the daily bounties that I'll pick up pretty soon. And we do those, and we just log in for like 1.5 hours, 2 hours, depending on what kind of bounties we choose. And we do those bounties pretty much, and we just get like 2 or 3 levels per character. Of course, like I said, the dawning is here, so we do the dawning bounties as well. That gives you like at least almost a level for doing the daily bounties every day. So obviously with those gone, you maybe get like 1 or 2, maybe a little bit less levels per day if you don't have the dawning available. Of course, there's still the Crimson Days that comes later in February, but it's only for 1 week, so those will give you double experience. But I don't think I don't think it's gonna be a huge difference because it's already almost the end of the season. So I don't know if you play that. That depends on what people have time. So let us see. Like I said, we're going to pick up the bounties right now. This video is going to focus mainly on daily bounties. Of course, there's weekly bounties as well. To be honest, this is more of a guide where we pretty much do daily bounties. Weeklies, you do it on your own. Do it as you should do weekly bounties to give you a lot of experience, but just do it over time. You don't have to do it right away when the week first starts. There's no order to do this kind of stuff. But for me, I would log in and I would just do these daily bounties every single day. So first things first, of course, if Eva is in the tower, if it's dawning, talk to Eva, pick up her bounties. So obviously, we'll just pick up everything she has. Right? We don't pick up these because there's no point. They do give. I'll explain a little bit more about those later. But they're useful as well. Then we go talk to Banshee, because Banshee bounties you can do them wherever you want. So we pick up the bounties, daily bounties from him. So for example, pick up all these. We can get additional bounties as well, but I don't. They are good. You get like maybe like 10. You get about like 40k XP from doing all 5 of them, but I don't see they're not worth that the time and effort, because you have to pull a lot of guns and all that stuff. So next we're gonna go to Saint, because Saint is also another universal bounty giver. So all his bounties you can do it wherever you want in the solar system. Of course, don't know if he still will be available in the next season. So there's another bounty thing where this is more of a guide, I guess. People who are playing in this season, I'm not sure about next season, maybe another one. But pick these up, and I'll go over these bounties and what we do with these bounties, basically. But that's pretty much all we picked up. So we look at inventory, we get about 1, 2, 3, you get 4, 4, 4. If you get the other bounties, it's 5, of course. So this is what we do every single day. This obviously the dawning bounties. This is like 1 level right here, and then 2 together here. So you get 2. So you get 6 levels per day for like 1 hour of gameplay, 2 hours of gameplay. And so what we normally have to do now is be efficient. Obviously, bounties are random every day. Daily bounties are random, so you never know what you're gonna get until you pick them up in the tower. So you have to really have a loadout always on your characters to do the bounties, no matter what situation you have. So you don't have to always look through your inventory and stuff. So what do we do? Well, first, the main bounties you want to look at is the Banshee bounties. Banshee bounties basically are specific weapons you usually have to choose. So for today, we have rocket launcher, sniper rifle, and bow kills. So okay, well, we look in inventory. We have our wish ender, we have our sniper rifle, and we have our rocket launcher. Then one of the bounties for us to get solar kills of weapons. We have a rocket launcher, so we're gonna do that. So we have these two will be done together. Then we look at the Saint 14 bounties. Saint 14 bounties are Titan base. Like they're very whatever he can do most of the time. So he's a void Titan. So grenade kills is really easy to do. Solar kills, I don't know, but it's just that this one will have it done by just doing this. Then we have melee kills. This one is just melee. Not even ability. Just kill things or melee. Sometimes he has void melee kills. We have to actually have a void melee ability, and it'll count towards that. Then we have super, which is simple. We just kill things with your super. Then we have dawning bounties. This one will be done in general. We have to get bows and sniper kills with our banshee bounty. So this will be done by itself passively. Then auto rifle kills. We'll pull auto rifle out. Swords. We have a sword in our inventory already. So like I said, we be prepared before you go to an area. So we have a sword already in our inventory. And then for auto rifle, we use hard light because hard light is good for one reason. It's like a switch different archetypes elemental types, so that if we need to do like solar kills, we have solar stuff. And then taken. So and then you go to the areas. Obviously different bounties, different areas. You know, it would be a hive sometimes, it'd be vex sometimes. And I'll go over that after we do these bounties. Of course, I'm not gonna fully show how I do these bounties, but I'll pretty much have little tidbits here and there. But one thing's for sure, weekly bounties are very important, of course. And in the tower, but we'll talk about this maybe a little bit more after we do the bounties. But like I said, pick up your Vanguard weekly bounties, pick up your Crucible weekly bounties if you want to play those game modes. If you want to play those game modes, yes. If you do strikes, pick up the weekly strike bounties. If you do Crucible, pick up the weekly Crucible. If you're doing Gambit, do the weekly Gambit bounties. You don't have to do them right away, like I said. But one that if you want to pick up really badly, which I don't need to do anymore because I have the obelisks maxed out already, so it's not really important for me to do. But if you do these obelisk bounties, weekly bounties, they do give decent experience. Not a lot. They don't have XP below their name or below it, but they do decent XP. And you can do them on all characters if you want. Maxing out your obelisks are very important, of course. You can do more of these time loss bounties and stuff. These do give some experience, but not a lot. They're like daily experience level. They're weekly expiry. But for example, not example, but these are pretty good to do. These weeklies. I'll go over some of these where you want to go, if you're curious. But I'll do that at the end of the video, I think, because there's no point explaining this. So what area do we go? Well, right now the dawning's going on, and people are farming for these dawning essence. And so, to be honest, we have to kill taken. So this is actually a good win-win for me. But to be honest, the best place to really go for this would be the Reckoning Tier 1, because the Reckoning Tier 1 is super easy to do. A lot of enemies to kill. It's all taken, so you need to do the taken bounty as well. And doing the Reckoning, you can put a raid banner down, and it's super easy. It has modifiers, so we have Void Singe, and we have Grenadier. And so basically, we just go to the Reckoning and just do all the bounties over and over again. It's very fast, and when you actually complete the Reckoning Tier 1, you get 7 Dawning Essence, which is, not bad, considering it doesn't take that long to do. If you actually want to farm Essence, you can kill the boss fast. But for me, I ignore the boss most of the time. I just kill enemies over and over again. But it's really, really, really simple. So we'll probably skip to that part pretty much. The Reckoning is pretty simple, as you can tell. And a lot of enemies spawn. I'm just going to wish Ender Bow because it's broken right now in this season. It does a ton of damage, as it's not supposed to do a ton of damage. But it's still a pretty good bow to use, in my opinion. I do enjoy using the bow, even if it's not broken. But of course, we're going to get bow kills right here, so we're going to get some bow kills. people just most of the time they do what we do. We're using Middle Tree, Void Striker, or Void whatever class, subclass, and so getting grenade kills is really easy. Obviously, it is Grenadier, so you get that benefit of if you want to get grenade kills really fast. You can just keep throwing a grenade, and it doesn't really matter because the regen is super fast, as you can tell. So it's pretty simple. There we go. Void Storm. We've done the grenade already for Saint's bounty. Then we can go punch people here. Get more bow kills. Takes a little bit of time to get bow kills sometimes. But it's not hard when I mean, these enemies can hurt sometimes, of course. But you know, just punch enemies, punch. Get your bows out. We should be almost done the melee one, so I was gonna finish that off. The thing that usually is like I'll taking scions and stuff, so it's really easy to get this bounty done. So let's see what else we got here. You always gotta watch out for like just making sure that whenever enemies spawn, you know, it's pretty much go to that area. If you need like a super to use, you can just wait at that area and all that stuff. I don't know. So we finished one Reckoning tier. You see we got 7 Dawning Essence right there. Pretty easy to do there. So it's really easy to get Essence. It's really fast. And then at the end, you can put a raid banner here if you have raid banners, and then you can get more heavy ammo and stuff in your super as well. So we already did 2 bounties right there. Obviously we joined late, but if we had a full session, then we would pretty much get that done. I'll probably skip ahead here and I'll finish these bounties, and I'll probably come back if I have any other tips. I don't think I do, but it's pretty simple. Once you finish your rocket launcher kill, switch to your sword, and then all that stuff together. If you switch your auto rifle to your sniper rifle, it's all simple stuff. So we'll be back, and we'll probably be done these bounties when I come back. Alright, we're back. Finished our bounties. I leveled up by just killing enemies. That's just how leveling works, I guess you could say. But here are the bounties done. Took about I think we started like you can't see the time on the video, but I started around like 6:40 p.m. 6 maybe 6:35, I don't know. Now it's 7. So about 20 minutes to do all these bounties. We played the Reckoning, like we completed like 2-3 times, so 3 completions. You can do the math there if you want. But we're gonna claim our bounties now. You can see how much XP we get. We're basically at 0 XP. So here you can take a look at the bottom here. So we'll claim them one by one slowly. So with those bounties, without Dawning bounties, you pretty much get, you know, 76,000 right there. And then with Dawning bounties, get a free level there, and then get another 46 there. Of course, you could do those other bounties as well. Reclaimable bounties over and over again. And also, do not forget to go, if you do finish like a vendor 8 daily bounties a week, they also give experience, so might as well go actually talk to Banshee and get that XP. Of course, there's a lot more bounties you can do. Of course, you strike bounties, you get to get more experience every day. This is just like a small thing. Of course, it really depends on pretty much what the bounties want you to do. Of course, that one was taken. There's 2 taken spots you can go to if you don't want to do the Reckoning, because it's a little bit tough, because everything hurts in there. You can go to, if you have it unlocked, this is the 2 things. If you don't want to play Reckoning, you can go do the tier 1 Reckoning, it's fine. But if you have the Bad Juju quest, then you can do that. That is a great one, because 1 spot where just infinitely spawns taken, easy. Now, there's a lot of areas you can go, basically, that, I don't know, like for other enemy types, right? Taken's not the only good spot, that area. So if, for example, if the kill Fallen, right? My favorite spot will go to the moon and go to the lost sectors. Now, going to the moon is also great because you can go and pick up the bounties from Eris, and you do those bounties as well. So if you're doing fallen bounties, and you pick up more bounties, get more experience. So it all works out. Of course, people can just go do the moon bounties as well if you want every day. I don't do them every day unless I have to go there, basically. So you get experience when you do that. So yeah, that's those are the daily bounties to do every single day. Now I don't have to do them anymore because I'm on level 100, so that's pretty good. We go claim these rewards, I guess. I haven't really forgot about that, to be honest. Let me just quickly redeem this, because why not? And we got this as well. We don't need them anymore because, well, we have everything maxed out. But it's always good to get more if we ever need more. I don't know, to be honest. Let me actually, yep, that looks pretty good. And then we go to store. Guess we could just claim this. Cool. That looks pretty good. Anyways, so let's talk about some more stuff here. Let's talk about her repurchasable bounties. So these bounties, these give a lot of experience as well, but they cost glimmer, so you would be careful. Of course, if you're doing reckoning, you get some essence and other stuff. So Candy goes that spider, hackberry tree. All right, so this is Benedict. So obviously, what you do for these bounties, you have to go and talk and give certain treats. So this one, to bake a treat for hackberry or for Benedict. So you go to your oven, of course, and you go and you create that treat, which is this one over here on the bottom. Of course, I already have that already in my inventory, so we're gonna go probably just go to there real quick and give and show you guys. I mean, if you don't know already, but how much experience it gives and what if you're saving up your material and do it at the end of the season, then it's not really worth it. Yeah, I don't. These bounties are pretty easy to do, and getting glimmer is not hard to do. If you go to the spider and just use your materials and get glimmer from him, to be honest, it's not that bad to get glimmer. But of course, we're gonna head over to Benedict here, and then we're gonna go and get this bounty done. So you're gonna give her a gift, and there we go. We got a bounty done, and look how much experience we got. A lot of experience. Like, that's really good. If the only if you have the dawning available. Of course, there is also these weekly bounties. If you do weekly bounties, they are really good as well. They pretty much give like 50k XP. So I don't know if you will want to do them. They're pretty hard to do, but also there's a chance when you do give a gift to somebody in the dawning, a chance to get a gift back, and that gift back actually gives experience. And people are saying that it's not as often as it was last season, but the reason why it's not as often as last season is because this actually gives you a small portion of XP. So if it was a very high chance to get these gifts, they wouldn't give XP, but for this season, they give XP back. So that's why they're not as often as they were before. So that's why it's a thing like that. Let's go back to the obelisk. Let's talk about these bounties. So if you're still watching, if you're listening, I know it's a pretty long video as normal, but it's a pretty good topic, because XP is important in this game a lot, because it gives you power and gives you all those sweet season rank rewards, whatever it's called. So let me talk what's important. So if you guys have bounties, right? And if you just give me the name of the bounty in the comments, I'll try to give you the best spot to go, or what's the best weapon, what's the best way, what's the best place to go to farm. So I don't have a list in front of me, and I don't know how to show that kind of stuff. So for me, just if you have a question about a bounty that you might seem that's like super hard to do or super long, I can try my best. I'm pretty much done like every single bounty in this game, so I try to find the most efficient way possible most of the time. So I'll just post it in the comments, the name of it or what it is, and I'll try to help if you want to find a fast way, or just ignore that one, to be honest. But I'm going to go through these obelisk bounties. I'm sure people have done these so many times, but there are some that are super annoying to do, not worth to do. I've done so many of these bounties on 3 different characters, and I just find fast ways to do all these bounties all at once. So, because we have the obelisk already maxed out. So, let's see. The first bounty here we have is Steal the Show. They get 300 Cabal kills anywhere in the system, and 10 finishers. 10 finishers is nothing. That's really easy to do. But with the kill 300 Cabal, well, there's 2 spots I recommend. One, I used to go, I loved going to the Tango Shore. I'll show on the map, I guess, instead of just sitting here and just saying it. Tango Shore, we go to Tango Shore, and we go to Sorex Cut, and then we go into this area over here. Little caves, not a lost sector, but a lot of free Cabal in there. But I think I recommend also the best spot for Cabal, and it's just free Cabal everywhere. The Leviathan raid. You just go to the first area and spawn the Cabal in there, and it's just infinite Cabal spawn. So that's a really good one to go to for Cabal kills. So that's where I would go for that bounty. Next up, we have strike bosses. Good thing I never did this one, so I don't know. Honestly, good luck with this. It's not just the bosses at the end. It's also the yellow. I think yellow bars count too. I could be wrong, but good luck with that one. EDZ and Mars material. So this one was horrible in the first week, but there is a fast way to do it. So this one goes hand in hand with the other ones. So sorry, let me go back to this. So this one is resourceful, and we got making the rounds. This one, these two are annoying together. Complete patrols and complete get this done. To be honest, I will do patrols first before finishing this one. So you want to go. I think Mars is the best one. If you have a detector, you go to Mars. EDZ is alright, but Mars is a little bit smaller in the area, and I recommend going to Glacial Drift, right? And then if you're doing patrols, you want to go between both areas. So you want to do the ones you collect. You do the collection stuff, the kills, the kill bounty, the kill patrols and the collection patrols. And then when you don't have any more in that area, you want to do the survey patrol. The survey patrol basically just puts you into the next area and then go do the patrols in this area. While doing the patrols on Mars, you want to pick up any material you find in the area. Then when you're done the patrol, you want to go back to Glacial Drift, and you want to go down and go through down this cave over here. Now this cave has at least per run. I think it's this cave. Yeah, this cave. So you want to go all the way down to Penumbral Depths, or is it not? No, it's I think it's Olympus Descent. So you go from here and then you go down through here, and you go like around here, and you end, and then you just teleport back to Glacial Drift and head down, and there we go. Back to Olympus Descent. And what this does is that if you go through this cave, there's like at least 4 or 5 materials per run, maybe 6. And you just keep doing it over and over and over again. Of course, you would get some extra from if you were doing the patrols on Mars. So that's pretty much how I did it. It takes about half an hour, 40 minutes to do that. It's not fun on 3 characters, but if you need the materials, it's a pretty passive one to do. Next, we have 3 birds, 1 stone. So this one with the kill scout rifle, this one's really easy to do. You just get a scout rifle that has a huge clip and just kill. And not hard to do. This one's really simple. Going to Blindwell, going to the Reckoning, going to any area that has a good spawn rate. Even one of my other favorite areas to go to, which I think I used this area a lot, to be honest. It is Soros Harbor. Though they just infinitely spawn hive, and you kill hive in this. Go here. This is like the best spot to kill hive. So, to be honest, I would go there if you need to get skillful kills to get like thralls and acolytes. You one shot them anyways. Next up, adventures. Okay, I never did this bounty because it never was available when I grinded. But this one, what's good adventures? EDZ has long adventures because EDZ was the first kind of area worked on Bungie. So they spent a lot of time and effort in their adventures. There's some adventures on, in general, that are really easy and very short because they didn't spend that much time on them. I don't know. Let's see, let me think. Mars has some good ones, and so does Mercury. Mercury might have some good adventures, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I don't know what to do. This one seems like we should skip this one, to be honest. If you need to do it really bad, then do like do it once or twice. But I don't know. There's some short adventures out there for sure. Defeat Vex anywhere in the system. Vex is interesting because Vex. Never mind. I know what I do. I know what I do on this one. So this one's easy. Vex is only one spot. There's probably many other spots to go for Vex, but for myself, I go one area and one area only in the entire solar system here, and that is we go to Artifacts Edge and we go to the Orrery. Now, the reason why is because you get maybe there's about like 40 Vex in that lost sector, and it's so easy. They're all grouped up, and there's nightmares as well. So if you need to kill like elite bars in there or challenging enemies, there's at least 5 in there. And then the spawn is not that far, and there's also Vex that do spawn outside in the patrol area. So this I recommend, to be honest, the best spot to kill Vex. Next, the last bounty we have here. Of course, there are more bounties that could be available in the obelisks, but like I said, I don't know. I don't have a list on me right now. So if you tell me in the comments, I'll probably try to help avoid it. But it is easy. Use a super. It might be the hardest on Hunter, but Warlock and Titan have the easiest job. Basically, just use your super and go find an area like Soros Harbor, or find an activity that you can regen your super fast. Maybe the Menagerie might be useful. Menagerie for Vex, maybe, if you like the Menagerie. Hive also on Menagerie. You can also use the raid banner and get your super on the beginning. So it's this one's pretty easy. It's pretty passive. If you're doing because you can claim all these bounties all at once. So you can do these all. Some of them can probably be worked well with each other. So that one's a passive one. So that's pretty much it for obelisk bounties. Like I said, I'm not really going over weekly bounties, but there's some that are pretty easy to do. The Crucible weekly bounties are the easiest, in my opinion. Strike ones, you do at least 3 strikes for each one, and then Gunsmith is bugged for me, but that one's also easy. Passively just do the other weekly bounties. Gambit, I haven't done Gambit that much, but Gambit's alright. But yeah, that's I think pretty much it for my expertise here. I don't know. Like I said, this doesn't really matter that much because everything is pretty much going to be dawning. When dawning's over, there's not much XP going to be flowing through your XP bar. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's not going to be huge after 2 weeks from now. But like I said, if you guys need extra help, I'll be in the comments, of course. If you guys seek some extra XP stuff, just took this is the third week of the season, and so we made it to 100. I didn't really try too hard until I saw the dawning XP. It's like, okay, well, I can do this pretty fast. We do it on all 3 characters, so if you don't play on 3 characters, that might be a little bit slower, but we play on all 3 characters, and we skip over a lot of bounties. So pretty much, I'm gonna put on the armor, and then we'll probably just end off. We're on the lowest graphics, so it doesn't really matter that much. But we'll put on my shader I'm using. If you're curious what shader we're using Iron Mossbone as one of my favorite shaders right now. We'll probably change it up, but pretty much that is pretty much the guide or discussion for this video. Here you can take a look at the armor we're using for all our characters. This is the season rank armor, which is the Saint 14 armor. So I'll end it off over here with me not talking because I'm tired now. Cool.